television news at 7. I am Rosemary Kokotega. The headlines. Vice President Shettima applauds Fintiri supporters. Minister Wike pledges deeper ties with Japan, set to review Abuja master plan. Abaji chairman clarifies proposed solar power initiative. And Kuje Buhari council chairman defects from PDP to APC. The Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, has assured Adamawa State Governor Adamu Umaru Fintiri and his teeming supporters that they are not joining the All Progressives Congress APC as strangers, but as partners on a shared mission to build a Nigeria that works. He said the governor's entry into the governing party's fold is a reminder that democracy can also be sustained and not only by the people's hallowed mandate. Senator Shettima spoke on Monday in Yola, the Adamawa State capital, when he formally received Governor Fintiri and his supporters into the ruling APC on behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Addressing the mammoth crowd at the Mahmoud Ribadu Square, venue of the grand reception, Vice President Shettima told the new party entrants that their arrival is an alignment with a vision that places Nigerians at the center of governance, as well as a party that understands that power is not an end but a responsibility. According to a statement issued by Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications, Office of the Vice President, Stanley Mwokocha, Governor Fintiri said in his remarks that he joined the ruling APC to align with the good policies and programs of President Tinubu that are already working, placing Nigeria in the Committee of Great Nations. The Federal High Court sitting in Kaduna State has postponed to March 31, 2026 hearing of the bail application filed by former Governor of Kaduna State Nasir El-Rufai. The adjournment followed proceedings on Tuesday, during which both the prosecution and defense presented their arguments before the court. Counsel to the defendant, Ukman Akman, urged the court to grant bail, citing his client's constitutional rights and the need to adequately prepare for his defense. The prosecution, however, opposed the application, arguing that the charges against El-Rufai are weighty and that granting bail could potentially interfere with ongoing investigations. Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Ezenwani Wike, has reaffirmed the FCT administration's commitment to strengthening bilateral cooperation with the Japanese government, particularly in the critical areas of urban planning, education, and infrastructure. Speaking during a courtesy visit from a high-level Japanese delegation on Tuesday, the minister lauded Japan's historical role in the design of the nation's capital and expressed a keen interest in modernizing the city's framework to align with current developmental realities.
That's very key for us, because I do know the design work was done by Japan, and now that needs to look at it again in order to carry out other infrastructure development. You have indeed said here what you intend to do as regards the Abuja master plan. We continue to cooperate with you. We continue to work with you to see that this is actualized. It's very key. Let me thank you for the training of our people in Japan. Even as education minister, we also have that kind of program. Ours mostly is to provide an urban environment where you continue to partner with us and see that the leadership agenda of Mr. President comes to reality. That's what we are doing now.
Leader of the Japanese delegation, Ambassador Suzuki Hidao, highlighted the co-creating a shared future initiative between both nations and noted Japan's multifaceted support for Abuja's growth as a political and administrative hub. The ambassador said Japanese intervention goes beyond traditional infrastructure, touching on innovative sectors such as the plastics value chain and startup support. He extended an official invitation to the minister to lead a high-level delegation to Japan to witness firsthand the systems that could be adopted for the FCT's evolution.
The government of Japan and JICA have been engaged in various development projects. The projects JICA is implementing in the FCT include not only basic infrastructure such as electricity and healthcare, but also the construction of hub facility that serves as a center for startup support. The government of Japan intends to continue cooperating in the sustainable development of Abuja while maintaining close communication with Your Excellency.
Providing a technical roadmap for this partnership, the Chief Representative of the Japan International Cooperation Agency Nigeria office, Mr. Ishagane Keiji, detailed an ambitious plan to update the 1979 Abuja Master Plan to serve the city's needs until 2050. He revealed that the agency already invested hundreds of millions of dollars in Nigerian power sector and water sector and is now focusing on visible, rapid results for Abuja. The updated plan will prioritize climate resilience, job creation, and the integration of private sector investment into the city's infrastructure. The meeting concluded with a mutual agreement to activate 5 technical working groups comprising Japanese experts and FCT officials. These groups will collaborate on waste management, solar energy for water treatment, and digital learning tools for public schools. This renewed partnership signals a significant shift towards data-driven urban management, ensuring that the renewed hope agenda of the current administration is reflected in the physical and socio-economic landscape of the Federal Capital Territory. The chairman of Abaji Area Council, Alhaji Abubakar Umar Abdullahi, has clarified that the proposed solar power initiative for the area is not meant to replace electricity supply from the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, AEDC, but rather to provide an alternative and reliable energy source for residents. The chairman, who was addressing recent concerns and criticisms from some members of the public, explained that the solar initiative is designed to complement the existing national grid supply. According to him, residents will still have access to electricity from AEDC while also benefiting from solar power, giving households the flexibility to use whichever option is more convenient and reliable. Alhaji Abdullahi added that the solar system will operate on a pay-as-you-use model similar to recharge cards, allowing residents to pay based on their energy consumption. He said the approach is aimed at making the system affordable, user-friendly, and accessible to many households within the council. The council chairman also dismissed claims that the project will be funded with public funds from the area council treasury, explaining that the initiative is a private sector investment being driven by an interested company, with the council's role only to provide minimal support where necessary. On the issue of cost for the establishment of a step-down power facility, Alhaji Abdullahi acknowledged that the project is important, noting, however, that it requires huge financial resources and time to complete. He revealed that once feasibility studies by the interested solar companies are completed, the area council will organize a town hall meeting with residents to explain the project and receive their inputs. The Abadi chairman said the initiative reflects the council's commitment to improving electricity supply and enhancing the quality of life for the people of Abaji through practical and sustainable solutions. The APC National Chairman, Professor Netawe Yilwada, and the Chairman of the 2026 National Convention Central Coordinating Committee, former Katsina State Governor Aminu Bello Masari, have assured party members that scheduled APC National Convention will be hitch-free on Saturday. At a program titled A Walk for Cleaner and Safe Environment organized by the National Convention Environment and Sanitation Subcommittee, Yewada, represented by the Deputy National Organizing Secretary Nzechidi Duru, said the target of the party is a successful convention. Ahead of the screening of aspirants for national offices tomorrow, the chairman of the Aspirant Screening Committee, Ekiti State Governor Biodun Oyebanji, said the process will be premised on equity and rule of law. Oyebanji spoke at the inauguration of the screening committee in Abuja, promising to ensure equity. No fewer than 7,200 delegates from the 36 states and FCT are expected at the Ugu Square in Abuja for the convention. The Deputy Secretary of the committee, former Edo State Deputy Governor Philip Shuaibu, who presented the template for the committee's assignment, said that the committee would be screening 30 aspirants for various offices. To make the vetting of aspirants stress-free, Shuaibu said the National Working Committee positions have been divided into 3, adding that each group would be screened by a team of selected screening committee members. The chairman of Kuje Area Council, Abdullahi Suleiman Sabo, and the chairman of Buhari Area Council, John Gabaya, have defected from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. The two council chairmen formally announced their defection during a visit to the National Secretariat of the APC in Abuja, where they were received by the party's national chairman, Professor Mentari Yilwada Goshe. Speaking at the event, the APC national chairman welcomed the defectors and described their decision to join the ruling party as a major boost to the party's strength in the Federal Capital Territory. The chairman said their decision to leave the PDP was based on the need to align with the ruling party at the national level in order to attract more development and opportunities to their respective councils. They also assured the APC leadership of their commitment to mobilizing grassroots support for the party and contributing to its growth across the territory. Party supporters and stakeholders who witnessed the event described the defection as a significant political development that could reshape the political landscape in Kuje and Buhari area councils. Political observers say the move may further strengthen the APC's influence ahead of future political activities in the nation's capital. The Southeast Development Commission, SEDC, has launched the Southeast Venture Capital Program, SEVCP, to further advance the renewed Hope Agenda's commitment to expanding access to capital for startups and strengthening Nigeria's investment landscape. A statement by the Commission's Executive Director, Finance and Chairman of the Programs Committee, Mr. Stanley Ohajuruka, said the program represents a direct institutional response to the federal government's commitment to expanding access to local funding and attracting sustained investment into high-growth sectors across Southeast Nigeria. He said this step is part of the developmental initiative of the Commission as contained in the roadmap for the region and presented to the House of Representatives Committee on Southeast Development. Mr. Ohajuruka explained the program is funded, coordinated, and time-bound intervention designed to catalyze the region's digital innovation and technology ecosystem. According to the statement, at the core of the program is the Southeast Venture Capital Fund, a blended finance vehicle designed to mobilize up to $50 million in public, institutional development finance, diaspora, and private capital into the region. The SEDC Executive Director added that the launched program is built as an integrated platform comprising 5 interlinked work streams, including fund operationalization, a flagship pitch competition, a structured incubation and acceleration program, a financing partnerships strategy to complete the fundraise, and the network of implementing partners across the region. He said applications opened on 13th March 2026 and were originally scheduled to close on 27th March 2026. However, the deadline is now extended to 3rd April 2026 to enable broader participation across the region. This extension, the executive director added, is final. Watch Asset Television on DSTV 392, StarTimes TV 127, Free TV 507 on the UHL band, channel 38. Coming up in the bulletin after the break, 10 killed in preventable Niger State crash, plus other stories. Stay with us.
Some things don't arrive. They've always been. Not for a day, for all of time. Until quietly something shifts. Moving from someday to now. Women are not honored in time. They are woven through it, shaping every story, every voice, every breath. We are because she is. And because tomorrow they will be.
The federal government has shortlisted 65 student innovators from 30,639 applicants across 404 tertiary institutions nationwide for the final stage of the Student Venture Capital Grant SVCG, a flagship initiative of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu designed to accelerate high-impact student-led ventures and strengthen Nigeria's innovation-driven economy. Announcing the development, the Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Olatunji Alausa, described the initiative as a strategic investment in Nigeria's next generation of innovators and job creators, noting that the outcome reflects the growing creativity and entrepreneurial capacity of Nigerian students. The Student Venture Capital Grant, launched in December 2025 in partnership with the Bank of Industry BOI, provides up to 50 million naira in equity-free funding to support student-led ventures that have reached the commercialization stage. The initiative is designed to enable student entrepreneurs to scale innovative solutions, stimulate job creation, and contribute to innovation-driven economic growth. The selection of the 65 finalists followed a transparent and rigorous multi-stage evaluation process. Applications first underwent AI-enabled screening to assess eligibility, completeness, and alignment with program objectives, followed by independent human validation to ensure accuracy and fairness. 10 persons have been confirmed dead in a road crash along the Tafa-Gujani Road in Niger State. The accident, which occurred Monday morning at Malam Tanko, involved a DAF tanker conveying 33 male occupants. According to the Federal Road Safety Corps, 20 persons sustained injuries while 3 others were rescued unhurt. Preliminary investigations attributed the crash to excessive speeding, which led to loss of control, noting the vehicle was engaged in illegal mixed loading, transporting both goods and passengers, a practice it says contributed to the high casualty figure. FRSC officials responded promptly, rescuing 23 victims and evacuating the injured to Umar Musa General Hospital in Sabon Wuse, where the remains of the deceased have been deposited at the hospital morgue. The Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed described the incident as avoidable and warned motorists against speed violations and unsafe transport practices. He added that the Corps will intensify enforcement and public awareness campaigns nationwide, urging drivers and transport operators to comply with safety regulations, stressing that road safety is a shared responsibility. The Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Shehu Mohammed, has commended motorists for their improved conduct during the just concluded Eid al-Fitr celebrations. The The Corps spokesperson, Corps Commander Felicia Carlo, in a statement, said the Corps Marshal also praised FRSC operatives for their professionalism and resilience, noting that their performance contributed significantly to safer highways and better traffic management nationwide. The commendation followed operational reports from supervisory teams deployed across the country, which indicated a high level of compliance by road users during the festive period. While acknowledging minor traffic violations, the Corps Marshal described the overall operation as successful and urged drivers to maintain safe road practices beyond the celebrations. He reaffirmed the Corps' commitment to strict enforcement of traffic regulations and called on all road users to see safety as a shared responsibility. Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dr. Leke Alake, has said that Nigeria has attracted over $2.6 billion in foreign direct investment into the mining sector in 2 years. He attributed the growth to improved governance, digitalization of licensing processes and a crackdown on illegal mining. The minister called on the United States and African countries to establish regional energy hubs as a strategy to accelerate cross-border mining industrialization and secure global supply chains for critical minerals. Alake made the call at the Powering Africa Summit in Washington, D.C. during a high-level panel titled Critical Minerals in Africa, Meeting Global Demand. In a statement by his special assistant on media, Segun Tomori, the minister was quoted as saying that Africa's vast mineral potential can only be fully unlocked through sustainable partnerships and integrated infrastructure. He proposed the development of regional industrial corridors similar to the Lobito corridor, noting that belts such as the Lagos-Abidjan corridor spanning Nigeria, Benin, Togo, Ghana, and Cote d'Ivoire, and the Walvis Bay corridor could serve as economic catalysts for the continent. Alake said the development of nuclear power in one West African country, for instance, can service an entire corridor. As with that in place, local beneficiary technology transfer, manufacturing, and cross-border industrialization will naturally follow. Human rights advocates have called on Nigerians to continue to show support for civil society organizations, particularly those committed to guaranteeing access to justice, as the task of nation building cannot be left to the government alone. These values and more were emphasized at the inauguration of More Firm Virtue Not Initiative, a non-governmental organization with a mission to provide free legal services to inmates of the Nigerian correctional centers. Obidane reports.
Speaking through his representative, the chairman of the occasion, Engineer Usaini Aderemi, applauded the vision behind the initiative, stating that such selfless undertaking for the sake of humanity should be emulated by all.
The vision behind this initiative is in line with the renewed hope agenda of the President of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which prioritizes human capital development, youth empowerment, and progress in Nigeria. Such NGOs as this one act as a bridge that connects the vision of the government with the people of Nigeria.
In their separate remarks, the keynote speaker, Dr. Salome Eferemo, and Chief BC Akonde, represented by Chief Ayobami Afolabi as Father of the Day, eulogized the enviable strides of the convener in breaking barriers and carving a niche for herself in her choosing career.
As we reflect on initiatives such as the More Firm Virtue Not Initiative, we are reminded that sustainable change does not begin with policy alone. It begins with people who are willing to build others, to strengthen institutions, to restore dignity to the vulnerable.
The major thing I see about her is that she believed in what the life of the JCI crew. I was a JCI when I was born, and that was service to humanity is the best form of life. Thank you for your service.
Speaking with the press, the event convener, Barrister Yetunde Esther Akerele, spoke about her passion for reaching out to the less privileged of the society.
Me and my team, yes, we have this skill, and from our resources for now, and of course for all times, whatever is given, we are going to have to it to be able to execute projects, to be able to help people, not to go to court and look at how it turned out to be. Two big chambers in this land are ready to partner us. So whenever we have cases like that, we just push it to them. Pro bono.
The highlight of the event was the launch of the book, Man Up, Take Responsibility, written by the event convener, Barrister Yetunde Akerele. Daniel Obi, ASO Television News.
CP Ahmed Mohamed Sanusi has assumed duty as the 35th Commissioner of Police, FCT Police Command. CP Sanusi, who assumed duty today, March 24, 2026, takes over from the incumbent CP Myla Dantawaye, who has been elevated to the rank of Assistant Inspector General of Police and redeployed to another strategic assignment by the Inspector General of Police IGP Olatunji Disu. According to a statement issued by the command spokesperson SP Josephine Ade, CP Sanusi is a seasoned police officer with decades of meritorious service and extensive professional experience. SP Ade disclosed that he was born on the 20th May 1972 and hails from Lokoja local government area of Kogi State. The statement added that he enlisted into the Nigeria Police Force as a cadet assistant superintendent of police, Course 20, in May 2000. Following his successful training and passing at parade in 2001, he was posted to Niger State Police Command, where he commenced his policing career. The police spokesperson noted that as he assumes duty as FCT police boss, CP Sanusi has affirmed his commitment to strengthening existing security frameworks and enhancing community police relations across the Federal Capital Territory. Before his appointment as the Commissioner of Police, FCT Police Command, CP Sanusi was the Commissioner of Nigeria Police Force Intelligence Response Team, IRT. That's the bulletin. Many thanks for watching. I am Rosemary Ukokotega. Good night.